Hello everyone, this is Sriyarsha again. I'm going to tell a question based on evaluating the double integrals by changing the variables. So let's see it. So here the given question is evaluate the integral by making appropriate change of variables, given that double integral of cos y minus x by y plus x times dA, where R is a trapezoidal region with vertices 1, 0, 2, 0, 0, 2 and 0, 1. So it is a trapezoidal region which we are going to plot now in xy plane through these points. So here this is y axis, this is x axis, 1, 0 which lies on x axis. Similarly 2, 0 also lies on x axis, and 0, 1 and 0, 2 both lie on y axis. 0, 1 and this is 0, 2. So by joining this we get a trapezoidal region which is given in the question. This is the trapezoidal region, and this is the region which we need to find the area of. So as in the question it is asked that double integral of cos y minus x by y plus x times dA. So here we need to change these xy variables into some other variables. Let us take y minus x is equals to u, which is one of the variable, and y plus x is equals to v be the other variable. So we are taking the variables to our own convenience. Now here by naming these points as a, b, c, d, we are going to get 4 line equations which we are going to plot them in UV plane. So we would get the definite area by plotting those 4 line equations intersection. So first of all we get AB line equation, which would be y is equals to 0 since it's lying on x-axis. So here substituting y is equals to 0, we get u is equals to minus x and v is equals to plus y. Substituting this point y is equals to 0, we get u is equals to minus x and v is equals to plus x. Sorry, my mistake. So by these two equations we can say that v is equals to minus u. This is the first equation which will be plotted in the UV plane later. Similarly, BC line equation. BC line equation can be found by point slope form. It's given by x minus x dash into m is equals to y minus y dash. This m can be found by y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. M is nothing but the slope of the line, which we can say that y2 minus y1, that is 2 minus 0 by 0 minus 2, which is 2 minus 0 by 0 minus 2, which is minus 1, we know that, into x minus 0 is equals to y minus 2. Here minus 1 times x is equals to y minus 2. So we get x plus y is equals to 2. So the BC line equation is x plus y is equals to 2. Since we have already known that x plus y is equals to v, so we can say that v is equals to 2. This is the another line equation, which is the second line equation. This is the first line equation, this is the second line equation. Similarly, the line equation CD, this CD line lies on the y-axis, so we can say that x is equals to 0. X is equals to 0 by putting this line equation in this line equation, we get y minus 0 is equals to u, which means u is equals to y. Similarly, v is also equals to y. By both these equations, we can conclude that v is equals to u is the third line equation which we got. Similarly, AD line equation. AD line equation is also similar to the BC line equation. As both are parallel, we will be getting some difference in the constant terms, but no other change. Let us again apply the point slope form. Here y minus y1, y dash. X minus x dash is nothing but 0 is equals to m. M is the slope which we need to find, which is nothing but y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1, which would be 1 minus 0 by 0 minus 1 is equals to y minus 1. So by evaluating this, we would get x times of minus 1 is equals to y minus 1. So this would be x plus y is equals to 1. Since we know that x plus y is equals to v, this would be v is equals to 1. This is the fourth line equation. So now, taking these four line equations, we are going to plot this in the UV plane. So by plotting them, we will be getting another graph, the UV plane, through which we will find the area. So this is the v-axis and u-axis, similar to x and y-axis. This is compared to y-axis, this is compared to x-axis. So the first line equation is v is equals to minus u. V is equals to minus u is nothing but a line which is passing through the origin with negative slope of 45 degrees. It means it's bisecting these two axes but with negative slope. This is v is equals to minus u. Similarly, second line equation is v is equals to 2. V is equals to 2 is the line equation which is parallel to the u-axis but which is at a distance of 2 from origin. This is v is equals to 2. The third line equation is v is equals to u. It is also a line equation which is passing through origin, but in this case it's making positive slope. This is v is equals to u. And the fourth line equation is v is equals to 1, which would be passing like this. Similar to v is equals to 2, v is equals to 1 also passes parallel to the u-axis, but it passes through 1 unit away from the origin. So here, this would be the trapezoidal region. I'm darkening it. This would be the region from which the area needs to be found. I'm highlighting this region. So this is the region from which the area needs to be found. So here, as the given question is integral, double integral of cos of y minus x by y plus x times dA. dA can be said like dx into dy. Area is a two-dimensional thing. So here x and y are the two dimensions which are multiplied to find the area. Similarly, here by changing variables, we get double integral of, we don't know the limits first of all, so let us name them as a, b, c, d times the cos of y minus x, which we said that it would be u by, and y plus x, which would be v, into dA. So now, in order to change variables, we need to be knowing the limits as well as the Jacobian, which would be multiplied by changing the variables. So evaluating the Jacobian is nothing but partial derivative with respect to u and v of x and y. So it would be a determinant, first of all, determinant of dou x by dou u. It is dou x by dou u, dou x by dou v. This is dou y by dou u, dou y by dou v. So we need to evaluate this determinant in order to find the Jacobian, which would be always positive. So I'm keeping the magnitude mod sign. Dou x by dou u. So here we know that y minus x is equals to u and y plus x is equals to v. We need to find the xy terms in terms of u and v. So now by adding these both equations, x will be cancelled, u plus v is equals to 2 times y. Y would be u plus v by 2. So we got y in terms of u and v. Similarly, y minus x is equals to u. By substituting in the first equation, we would be also getting the x value, which is nothing but u plus v by 2 minus x is equals to u. So now u plus v minus 2u by 2 is equals to x. So x would be u minus v by 2. V minus u by 2, sorry. This is v minus u by 2. So here let us partial derivate with respect to u. Partial derivation of x with respect to u, which would be minus 1 by 2. This would be plus 1 by 2. This would be dy by du. Dou y by dou u, which would be 1 by 2, and dou y by dou v, which is also 1 by 2, which we get it as minus 1 by 4 minus 1 by 2 times 1 by 2, which is 1 by 4, which we take in mod. This is mod of minus 1 by 2, and the Jacobian is 1 by 2. This Jacobian should be multiplied when we change the variables. So it would be double integral of cos of y minus x by y plus x times dA, which is equals to, dA is nothing but dx dy. So now we are changing in terms of du and dv. It would be something limits cos of u by v into 1 by 2 du dv. So this 1 by 2 will be multiplied, which is nothing but Jacobian. So in order to find these limits, since we are good with the graph, we can say that the v would be ranging from 1 to 2. It's increasing from 1 to 2. So the limits would be 1 to 2. Since we have taken u as the outer limit, v as the outer limit, it would be 1 to 2. And similarly, the u limits would be ranging from minus v to plus v. Here u is equals to v, here u is equals to minus v. So it's ranging from minus v to plus v. It is cos of u by v into du dv. Since 1 by 2 is a constant, we are taking out here. So now it's a double function. So in order to simplify this complex function, let's take substitution. Use of substitution. So let's assume that u by v be w. This is the substitution we have taken here. So u is equals to vw. By differentiating on both sides, we would get du is equals to dv, v times dw. Since v is a constant, v times dw is the answer we are getting, which is equals to du. So here let us substitute this minus 1 to 2. These limits will also be changing. The inner integral limits will also be changing. Since u by v is equals to w, at lower limit u is equals to minus v. So minus v by v is equals to w. So w would be minus 1 at the lower limit. Similarly, at the upper limit u is equals to plus v. Now v by v is equals to w and w would be plus 1. So this is the limits we have evaluated here. It would be minus 1 to plus 1 times cos of u by v, which we have taken as w, times du. Du is nothing but v times of dw into dv. So let us first take the inner integral first. Since v is constant, we can take it out. It would be v times of minus 1 to 1 cos w dw. So integral of cos w is nothing but sin w. Here it would be v by 2, since 1 by 2 is also there. Integral of cos w is nothing but sin w. So taking limits minus 1 to 1, it would be sin of 1 minus of sin of minus 1. So sin of minus 1 would be minus sin 1, as we know. It would be 2 sin 1. It is multiplied with v by 2 here into v by 2. So the value of inner integral would be v sin 1. This is the value of the inner integral. Now the outer integral is 1 to 2. As 1 by 2 is eliminated here, we are left with v sin 1, v times of sin 1 into dv. Here v is the only variable and sin 1 is constant. We can take this out. Sin 1 integral 1 to 2 v dv. Since we are well known with this formula, integral x power n dx is equals to x power n plus 1 by n plus 1. So here this would be sin 1 times v square by 2, which is v power 1 plus 1 by 1 plus 1, which is v square by 2. The limits are from 1 to 2. So this would be 2 square by 2 minus 1 square by 2 into sin 1. So this would be 4 by 2, which is 2, minus 1 by 2 times sin 1, which would be finally 3 by 2 times sin 1. Since 2 minus 1 by 2 is 3 by 2, and the final answer is 3 by 2 sin 1, which would be the value of double integral